Let's go! Hello, everyone. Hello, Gizi. Hey, Zeki. Hello, Dr. Metinrasen, and thank you for your support. Hi, Obi. Yes, let's go. Oh my gosh, a new follow. Woo. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Oh God, I hope you had a nice weekend. I had a very nice one, super chilly at the fireplace. So, Mewtwo, hello, 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 welcome, welcome. Yeah, and speaking about heat, this will be the topic of the day. So, we're gonna have some heat for our blacksmith system. And yes, thanks Mewtwo for your follow. Let's have a good look. So I jump right into Unreal Engine, hard cut, and here's my music. You work sweeping, mopping, then invoices. Oh no. Where's my bedrock? Is it gone? Where is it? Give me a sec. I need to spawn him. There it is. Yeah, so is the game out? Not yet at all. Pretty early in development. We are adding bit by bit to it, and yeah, since this is a super nice passion project, we have a lot to do. Yes, I have a Discord. Let's see, Discord. I think it was this one. Yes, the link to our Discord. You're very, very welcome to join us. And yeah, just be free and add in your ideas, your wishes, your experience to the thing, and then you can see what's possible. Yes, that's the spirit. Anyway, quick wrap up what we did last time. This is a blank, one of three of the first blanks we are using for our blacksmith system. So this is what you get out of a mold when you're starting with it. We have different colors of materials, and later on you will be able to mix and match every color type you want in between different self-made alloys. So you're not restricted in any way in this kind. And what I did here, let's see, here is the animation part. My idea is when you are hammering it down and you want to make this one wider, so this is the very foam sword roll up, yes. This is the very short blade. It's only 30 centimeters in length, the whole blade length, not with the grip, and the longest will be 100 centimeters in length. The medium size is, I think it was 70 or 60 or 70 centimeters, which is like short sword length. Bot not working. Why you're not working? Bot connected. Why? Give me a quick sec. I will check what systems are doing. I think I had to re-enter everything here. Let's see. I assume it was just my avatar that was not really connected. Yeah, now it's working. Thank you. So yes. This is the short one. It has only 3 sections, like every section for 10 centimeters, and with different types of hammers you will be able, I hope I can show it. No, I can't. Not activating it right now. Can you please show something? Of course not. It's here. I have to switch things. So in theory, this baby, I did some updates here, is able to be bent in different directions. So you can have like a saber form, like that is a bit roundish. You can have a sickle if you need something for the fields, etc. And you will be able to do something to the thickness. Yeah, I can show it here finally. And finally it's straight here. But yeah, don't be shocked. This is just the blank. This is not your finished work. And depending on how much you make this thing stand out in different positions, when you are cooling it down, then you will receive the finished blade. What is the game about? Oh, it's pretty much about finding your place in a completely new world. The main story is you are stranded on a completely foreign country island, let's say it like that, with different other cultures. You don't know what's going on there, you don't know the culture yet, and then it's your part to find your little space inside of this world. Like maybe you want to become some sort of blacksmith, a carpenter, you want to be a chef and cook for the people like crazy, or you want to go down the dungeons and be an adventurer and explorer and bring back very precious goods to sell them at the market. So you're pretty free in what you want to do, and crafting is one important part. So yeah, I created this blank as the first one, and as I said, we are relying heavily on will it be multiplayer? Yes, heavily multiplayer. I mean heavily that sometimes things only make sense when you're in a group or have friends or you have someone you can ask to help you, since being all alone in this world won't bring you that far in comparison with having a group. Okay, that's about these thingies here. I corrected that from last time. This was super squiggly, and now it's nice and shiny here. About this is in my demo level. I have a demo level here. This is a copy of our first blacksmith building. We have some simple anvils here. Our little blank is waiting here for the tests, and to do blacksmithing we need some heat. This is already looking nice and sweet, but there is no heat coming from it. It's like cold. You can put your hand in it, and we want to change that. We already have a little heat source. Let's see if I can find it that fast. Yes, this baby here. This has an invisible dome to it, and as soon as you put something edible inside of that dome, like putting it here on these stones or inside the fireplace, then it will be automatically grilled over time. But a flame like this is nothing comparison to the forge over there. So we need to create a new volume that hopefully captures that area, and then we have to give it a new temperature and have to tell our metal part here what heat is and how to react to it. So yeah, that's the plan for today, heat. Okay, first of all, I'm going to check on this one. Let's see where my stuff is. This is the blueprint. So this is a piece of its own, and I can just insert and move the whole blacksmith area as a whole. So this is one static mesh. This is a whole building part, and I don't think, no, there's nothing else to it. Means we need a half cylinder or something that is similar to this to make an invisible area that is our heat center, let's say like that. So yeah, I will save this, compile and save everything, and we are jumping quickly to Blender. Say hello Blender, where are you? I need to start it first. Da, da, da. Everything is stretched. Here we are. I'll make just a general thingy here. We don't need much, so this will be a quick one. I want just the cylinder with less faces. Just a little bit more. Cylinder, we need less. 10 is good. 10 is more than enough. Blender which strikes again, yeah. Yeah, but I have to remember that navigation is different in Blender and in Unreal Engine. This sucks, to be honest, because it's just effing with my small brain. So I'm going just to make this one our center. I'm setting the origin to the cursor, and now I can place this baby at 0, 0, 0. Next step, you can see there is one edge here and one edge there, and I'm going to make this now half of a cylinder. Take all of these. So we're taking this half. X. I'm dissolving faces. Not enough. Let's kill that face. Yeah. No, it's this part. What I need is not a loop cut, but a knife cut. So knife goes from here to there, boop, and from here to there, boop. And now I can select everything on that side and delete the vertices. Now we have half a cylinder. I'm quickly joining it with F like fill, and this is all we need because the main shape of the forge is similar to this one. Do we need something to it like transparency or whatnot? No, we don't need it. I'm just going into edit mode and move this one just a bit down. We can later squeeze it in Unreal Engine even more, but this will be our heat source. I'm going to export it as an FBX file. Quickly on my desktop. Heat source forge. So this is, it should be exported now, so we can go to Unreal Engine. Ta-da! And I will bring it to my asset folder where we have all the materials, meshes, etc. And I need a mesh. And since this is all blacksmith related, I will make a nice blacksmith folder. Since this is just for general blacksmithing. So yeah. All I need to do now is to find my file on the desktop and drag and drop it. Where are you? There. Import. There it is. Hello, baby. So this is the heat source forge. I'm going to save it. And what we already have is a blueprint forge. I just created. It's empty. You can see it here. There's nothing. That little circle is just the representation of the absolute center. The next part is to bring this baby in here. That is like super big. We keep it visible for the start. Testing world, here we are. Because I need to adjust it. So this is around the same angle. And all I need to do now is to squeeze it. Hello, Ethan. How are you? I'm starting to create heat. So while you can see it here, I will secretly open the Forge blueprint in a second window, and I will adjust the size of that baby here. You can see, let's grow it to this size, make it a bit deeper, and reduce the height. So this will be the representation of the thing that gives us heat. So as soon as your blade will enter that one, your stuff should get heated up. I will compile and save it for now. We can bring it back. This is what I have here. I just moved on these parts, and then it is matching. The whole thing can be moved a bit to the center now, and I can make this transparent. I have a truly transparent material, so it's invisible now. But that's not all. I need a bit more. Where are you? Let's keep the tick. Physics. We don't need hit events, but we need overlap events. This is what we need. Ba, 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 ba. And we will make overlap all, so everything gets overlapped. Sorry, that was my my little Android pad connected to the PC. So now it's gone. So overlap all means everything can enter that space here. And since we have no physics on, which is here, simulate physics is deactivated, means this is going nowhere. It stays where it is, does nothing. You can make it even static, because this baby won't change. What we need is the overlapping. Let's see if we have, that is on component, begin overlap and end overlap. This is what we need here. And overlap. So this is nothing else like a light switch, if you know them from sports or anywhere else. So if you're entering, then this will be triggered. If you are exiting this volume with whatever you have, then this will be triggered. I can show you in the example here of that campfire, that over there. We have the same structure here. I'm already asking if something is edible, and if it's edible, then we are starting or ending the grill. And this is what we will do here as well. I'm just taking this, bringing it to the forge, because yeah, it would be insane if the heat of the forge wouldn't be able to process your foods. That they will burn down even faster is on another page, but in theory you would be able to cook nearby that forge. But we need another trigger for our next component, because we are working here with components, means like this, everything that is interacting with other things is asking, "Oi guy, what's your component there?" And then they're checking it for the valid for marshmallow corner die pass, yes. And my things are checking for different components to see how to interact with the items. So it's pretty safe system. Hey witch. Hi. Means every time we need to add more items to the game, I just slap in the different components to tell the item what it's going to do. And there is not much to adjust later. So we are connected to the other actor. Means we're asking, are you having the edible component to you? This is an yes, no question mark thing. If this is valid, then we are starting to grill. And if not, If not, then we're doing something new. Quickly compile and save. Yes, our campfire. I won't add any forging activity here because the heat won't be enough to do anything at all. So we are not getting the proper heat we need. Can put that away for now. And we need to create a new component now for our blanky blank here. So we can have some sort of knowledge what this thing can do. So this is my component corner, let's call it like that. Blacksmith system. New blueprint. You are an actor component, and I call you forgeable. So this is for everything that is forgeable now. Quickly save it and let's go in. So we have to do a lot of pre-work now because our little blade blank here will have to carry different states, like different types of temperature it will need, depending on what kind of alloy you're using here. Maybe there is some sort of alchemy in the mix that may also alter what temperature is the best for this one to be smithed down. I don't know how to call it, to hammer it down, you know. So we need more stuff. I need a struct. Where's my struct? There. Structure. Structure, metals. Yeah, like this. I'll have different thingies here now. Can be int. Let's add a variable. Name. This will be a string, so name internal. Oh, how to call it? To forge down, maybe. The technical name, because we will have some display name. Make it like this, maybe. And you will be a name. Then we need some more variables. I'm not gonna add everything to this. We are just starting with the heat, and then we can add even more later as soon as we get like the strength and defense and how much damage this can deal, but for now we are only starting with the heat. Min heat, you will need to be a float. Float means we have a number with a comma. Max heat, so there will be a maximum heat that any material can handle, and there will be optimal heat. So this is what we are working with now. The different metals will then tell our blank what temperature they need at minimum to change colors and to work, and the optimal heat will tell us when every hit with a hammer will be like mwah, chef's kiss, and the maximum heat, if you like overdo it and you heat it up and heat it up and heat it up, you're just gonna boil down your poor metal and destroy it maybe over time. When you're not patient and look to your stuff and watch and hear it change over time. So this structure's just the thing we need, like the basis of a table. I need a data table. Here it is. Because now it's asking me for my structure. Where is it? Metals. Okay. DT for data table. Metals. And now we have all these columns here, and we can add new stuff here. The ID is just for tech stuff. I don't think we need it yet, but this is how we will roll with it. The only name will be like the internal name, what we are using inside of the game. If later names will change because of law or whatever, then we are able to change this display name. Plus, since this is a name variable, we are able to add translations if this will be ever needed or wanted. I'm just gonna name them like we have them named inside of the community. We had some big polls back there where we settled on different names, different colors with them, and how strong they are. First step is just to add the names. So this will be sand. It's so the thing is, we have the first ones are sand and earth, which are like ground themed, and those are the lightest ones. And then we are starting, no, it's number 3 now. We are starting to get more into heavenly things with the dawn. Save, new. You are number 5 now. The next one is moon. By the way, Osal just means metal. So this is self-explanatory. And you can just write the pad without the exclamation mark, I think. Why? Just skip the exclamation mark and it should work, I think. Moon Osa, and now this one is number 6. Sun Osa. This is super popular because it's like blood red. And number 7 for now. Aren't there 6? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot the 4. It was looking suspicious. It was working. Thank you. Number 6. The night. Because it's pitch black. Yes. No exclamation. So now we got this settled. I will just put in different numbers. They are not like figs, we still have to do tweakings and balancing, but I'm just going to add starter numbers to have something here. So this has 100, 1000. Oh, this is maximum. Yes, and 900 is the optimum. So we have now 2 different metals here. That's all we need for the start. So we have 2 different things we can play with, and it should be, or if I just give this one a really big one, knight. Is it right? No. 1 0 too much. So good for that. I'll just add the names here. Now I can rename you. There you are. So we can later search for them. Stone, earth. And last but not least, the sand. Let's save this. So what I need as well is an enum, and that's like a preset of fixed words. Enum metals. And we're just gonna copy paste the names we have here. Earth. We need 6 in total. Dawn. Moon. Come on. Sun. And night, like the dark night. Saved. So since these are the same numbers, same names as here, we can have easy matches. Okay, now back to our forgeable component. Thank you for the part. I'm going to have now a set of variables we're going to set up here. The first one will be the alloy, and this will be enum metals, but not a single. So this little pill says it's single, so 1 entry, but we are going to have a map. And the second one will be not an int, but a float, and this will be the amount. So later we can just check, okay, this metal is like that much in it, and we have a nice set of information about what this thing is made of. No! Why are you dogging me? The next one for later use is additives, but we're not going to use it for now. Let's make it just an int. thingy. So I don't forget it. This will be later a similar list to this one, but with different alchemy stuff in it. Yeah, I see you can doch me. When we are starting, like event begin play or construct, I think this one will be the easiest one. When a blade like this comes to life in this game, thanks for the wood, then we are going to check this stuff and calculate what the needed temperature for this specific alloy is. So to have this as like a cached value, I'm going to add 3 floats. Heat minimum. Heat max. Wait. I need to rename you. And heat optimum. Cool. I need a quick sip of my drink. Give me a sec. Hydration is so important, guys. Don't forget to drink. Okay, we are set here. I have to check in my mind if I haven't forgotten anything. Let's make a forgeable just as a safe thing. So as soon as we are reaching the minimum heat, then this one is activated. And that should be good. What else do I need is, what should I call it? Give me a sec. I need to check. Because I did some notes earlier. Thank you, Gizi. Thank you, Zaki. Yes, optimal tolerance. So this will be a float as well. What is optimal tolerance? Can you please go here? Put you below that. Come on. Yeah. Means we are not looking here in this case for just one single number and try to hit it, but more like some sort of a ribbon full of numbers in between our tolerance. Means some alloys may have a bigger tolerance, make it more easier to get the optimal hits on your blade with the optimal heat, and sometimes you are able to add some additives from alchemy and increase that number here. And when you're super unlucky, then this number will shrink and shrink and shrink, and your chances to get the optimal heat will shrink down to maybe nothing when you're super unlucky. I think that's it. Any shot. I'm going to cache even more. Optimal min and optimal max. This will be just our heat optimum with plus minus the tolerance, but I'm going to cache them in separate variables just to be sure I can simply grab them later on. Have I forgotten? Heat capacity, yes. heat capacity is also a float, means how long it takes for the blade to cool down. So we can adjust even that. And what we are going to have here is a damage rate. This is not the amount of damage you can deal with that baby, but it is the amount of damage you cause on that poor thing while mistreating it maybe. So there is a slight but existing chance that you just slash down your poor blank and have nothing in your hands in the end. This would be super, super sad. Let's see. So now we have that. We need that portable component near this baby here, because I think this is just, yeah, this is our blueprint. Bring things together here so they can work. This is the blueprint. You have the skeletal mesh. Come on, you can see it here. And now we are adding the needed component, portable component, and now it's able to have these values. That means we are adding now, let's say sun and number 1. This is just a pure one. I'm not changing the colors yet for the alloys. We're just talking about the heat, and when there is still a bit of time, then we're going to add the different alloy colors to this one as well. But now I can add like these numbers here and work with it. Heat source component, let's keep this here. I don't need you for the moment, and just this blank forge and our forgeable component. So I'm now taking the heat min to start with. Means as soon as the game starts for that object, like event begin play, we are trying to get this stuff done. Get alloy. Let's see how I can do this. Metal, let's see, how can I get it? Maybe loop. Are you not looping? Not setting. I want to get it. And nope. Haven't done these maps in a while, so let's see. Where can I get my data from? Most of the time it's just loop. Get contains, nope. Or I have to loop that. Let's see. To quickly reconnect my poor brainy brain. Kids are talking in memes, you say? I don't know what they are talking. I'm dying from cringe. Oh, poor Geezy. I'm so lucky that I don't have to be with you right now. For each loop. Okay, you're not doing that. How can I loop through you? Give me a sec. Brain rot memes or normal memes? No brain rot on your watch. um. The structure. Okay, now he's telling me something different. You're not supposed to be that. Oh. Okay, maps are not directly iterable, but we can loop through the keys. Not find. Ah, there it is. What I need to loop here is the enum. Can I just get it? Enum metals. We have to bring this up here. Metals. Get. Why can't I? Array element. Key enum. Well, that sucks. I don't want to create anything else because then we have to work on that. There's no loop. Find item. No. I don't like this version. For each loop, keys array. Keys. Keys. Okay. So, this is looking good. So, now I'm asking for like the amount of alloys that are in this mix. And I'm going to take this value here and we are adding it or taking it like away from the min and max, I think. Min plus min amount. I need some amount, but some amount will be a float. Hey Chad, how are you? feel so early. You feel so right now because you're right in time here to see how I try to figure out how to make a heat system for our metals. So now we are using that minimum, and I am adding to it literal enum, nope. Switch it for the DT metals. Why can't I use you? I want to get the data table inside here. Enum. That's weirdish. These object types. And wave data table, that is. Object reference. Let's compile it and hope it's not dying. I hate it when Unreal Engine does this, then it tends to just crash. But at least I figured out where to go and what to do. So even if it's maybe collapsing, then I can quickly redo this. And it's only this file, as we can see, that needs to be done. Forges must be fueled. Are all the alloys going to be 1-to-1, or are some of them going to be using different ratios? Yeah, we are completely free in our ratios. This is why this is so I'm using floats for the ratios here. You can add like different amounts of any metal into the mix, and the forge itself, where you have your molten metal, and put it into the molds. There we just gather the weight and say when it's enough to fill your mold. I assume Unreal Engine just decided to crash again. So no good work without Unreal Engine crashing. I still love this, but it's sometimes a pain in the A when it's just goes bye-bye and not telling you why. Let's see what my task manager says. Because sometimes the crash report is just, crash report is just hidden. Can just forcefully close it now and reopen Unreal Engine. That, but yeah, that's my life. Bam, restart. So let's take the time for another zip. Yep. At least the splash screen is nice. one of the first moments where I really realized that this is a game, when I had my own splash screen. So let's give it a moment to fully restart. So forgeable component is still alive. Yummy default textures. Do we want to reopen the last ones? Yes. Forgeable component, yes. This is all gone, but that's not that horrible. Get all our keys. Each loop. What do I want to do here? Just get the array element. This one is found. Let's make a branch maybe just to be sure. If one of them is empty, then we just skip them. And if it's true, like found, then only we will get the amount that we need. So I'm still missing these ones. I wonder, let's maybe make a function here. Get basic values. Then we can have local variables, which is way cleaner. I'm just taking everything here. Take your way inside here. Ta-da. And here we can have the local ones. No, that was a bit much. Don't crash again, I'm so sorry. It was too much. Yes, thank you. That's a new record. Yeah, to Unreal Engine's defense, I effed up it and tried to insert a variable name with all the data. That was bad Genki. Don't do. Basic values, and now again. Safe. Just an off-topic question: should you make the whole kilogram chicken or just half the box? No, then we have something for tomorrow. What a question. Sorry again, please make the whole one, So now we have this value here. And this is just the amount we are taking. And next will be the data table, how to get this one. Let's see if I can find the data table. With non-imported types. Metals, structure. I want the data table. Maybe there's here. Data table. Make data table, get data table row. Here it is. So now we are having this name here. And I hope we can use this key. Translated, no, you won't. Thank you. Enum2. This is the name. I know we can transform it into something. Array element. This will be the one. Yeah, here it is. So we are collecting this row name so we know exactly where in this sheet we are. In our blank case, portable component, our only alloy is like the sand. And it's by the amount of 1. So this will be pretty simple. And the out row will be everything that is inside of that table. Can we split it? Yeah, that is beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, I was trying to add these values here, the local ones, when I effed up everything. So let's add you here. All are floats, just to be sure. Some max, some amount. And in the end, we will have our minimum, the optimum, and the maximum. Now to the math, not math. The mathematician stuff. Metal data min temp times amount. So we are taking this min heat, multiply it with the amount. So the amount of every metal will count. And some min. Add this one and set this one. So this is for the minimum. Go for the optimum. Pretty much the same. Will be a lot. This, and we will set it for the opt. And now the maximum heat as well. Yep. That again. Take this one first, so it's on the upper side. Multiply it with U. Just want to create another dot here, so we can control where it lies. So you're going to be added. Bring you even down here, and this is the maximum set. Plus, last but not least, the sum amount will be just taking the value we have, and we're adding the amount to this. Have I ever told you that I hated math in school? It was one of my least favorite classes. And now I have to do a lot math, so thank you. Okay, this is for the loop. So while we are looping, loop body, we're getting this done. And when we are done with our loop, then we have this completed part here. Then we can use our min, set it directly. And it will be sum min divided by... Right, come on. I want to move you. Yeah. All right. Gizi is making some nice and yummy Korean chicken. So we are dividing it by our sum amount to get the average, I think. Set on this one. No, wrong. Here's it, the proper one, not the temporary one. Copy paste. So your set and the heat max. It's pretty much the same game here, and we are just taking the maximum value here. So this function will altogether just set up these. We don't have any additions to the the tolerance yet. So I'm setting up a tolerance of, let's say, 50. So our tolerance for the optimal heat to make your work the greatest will be plus minus 50 degrees for the start. So we have something to play and work with. Okay, since this will be set, we can have a try. I will save everything just to be sure we have that heat min, max, optimum, and this one with an open eye. Open eye means that when I'm inside this area here, I can click on this, can go to forgeable component, and now it's visible here. So now you can see it's 0, 0, 0, but that's not what we want. We should get other values as soon as the game starts for this object. I'm quickly checking if everything is connected here, right? Event begin play. No, here's nothing. Have to connect this first. So compile. Are you crashing again? Really? Something wrong today with you, darling. But yeah, sometimes there are these days. That's all screen time. Very often these crash reports, they don't even make much sense, because then there's just some runtime hiccup or whatever. So it's not like I'm always destroying the game. It's just, yeah, Unreal Engine is showing itself from the worst side today. Let's check if there's a crash report already. Yeah. But at least everything besides adding that is already saved. Dun, 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 bum, bum. I'm sure Unreal Engine was just missing Geezy. It went just nope and stopped altogether. So, because when I hit the compile here, it says there is no technical issue at this point. Let's see if it's still crashing. No. Oh, it's crashing now on compile. Thank you. Is there maybe a loop that's not stopping? No, can't be. That's sad. Because I don't see the error message even. Feedback, debug. Because I can't even read it, what's happening to it. What if I don't compile it? Let's have a last try on that one. I mean, if it's crashing again, then I will just set up the values and we'll skip the setting part for today, so we can continue and try to solve it later. But there should be a solution. Crashing just by adding something is not part of the deal here, and I'm not accepting it. So let's not add this, and I will just set alloys here. Stand 1, heat min, let's say 800. So now we have some basic numbers here. See if it's still crashing or acting weird. Nope. So this is what should have been there automatically when it's was not such a dick. Sorry for the language, but this is what I need. I need these numbers. So let's save this. I will just keep this for later. We can maybe try like a small workaround if I'm not calling it here, but here. Get basic values. What are you doing? Are you crashing again? Now it's working. So let's have a try. I will quickly zero all out here. Since I want to know what's in here. So all we got here, you can see there is nothing. I'll just set up our sand osal, and we should get, hopefully, fingers crossed, some numbers here, or at least some error message. Look into that. Nothing. Okay, that's not much. Why could it be that? Let's have a quick check. Are you even doing something? DT metals. Let's have just a print here. Print string, but not the duration. I want it as the amount to see if it's like coming through here at least once. You're not getting called. This can be meaning that we have some issue down the way here. Let's spam it with strings. So, start. Are you starting this, baby? Yes, it is. So I can take you back. Now we are looping for this stuff, and this can be maybe an issue. So let's print if this was found. True, one was found. This is a good start. So this branch will lead us here. And question is, why are we not getting anything? Maybe there is an issue here. So this row found thingy will now be asked. Print string, but with the name. Okay, there's now a thing. I'm searching here. Maybe the array element isn't matching the row name here properly. This could be something. If it's not, let's see. It should give us a hello now. Not found. Okay, so this is the corner where it's breaking. Means I have to know the row name if it's matching to something we know. Element. See. Yes, array element. What is your name, darling? Sand Osar. So good. Row name Sand Osar. We have it here. Why you're not finding it? Check just to be sure. No, not like this. And print string. And see if there is something. Inner metals. Oh, this is a weird name. Let's elongate the exposure time, like this duration here. Let's make it 20 seconds. Metals new enumerator 0. This is not what I wanted. Element find. It's just the amount. So that name is completely wrong. It's not translating properly to that one. Plus there's a weird name to it. This one has some weird thingy to it. If I directly take this without this step here, we're just checking on it. Yeah, you have a row name. Let's take the broken one here. Sandosa. This is correct. But this one is not anymore. Let's try to get the U one more time. Inner metals, new enumerator 0. It reads like there is nothing because we have like these display names. And it's not like they are empty, you know? Localized, there's nothing. Inner metals. Do I have maybe another one? No, that's only that one. What is this shish? Am I not getting it correct? It should work because we are getting the name here correct. Give me one more shot here just to get it. This is done. Maybe like this, enum to string and then get it. Ah, there's something. Ah, our numbers. Now it's filling correctly. Thank you for the part. Me was just dumb. I needed to convert it first to a string and then to the row name. Who would guess that? Like who? I sound like a possessed owl. So this is working now. Whew. Quick zip. I need to refresh my brainy brain. Finally, this is done. So our sorty sort knows at least what the minimum heat is we should get. Now we need to teach it how to enter. Switch this. Need to check my little cheat sheet. This is done because we are starting with no tick and then we will get a tick as soon as we are working here. Blank S. Let's see, do we have tick here? Starts with tick enabled? No. So that means tick is like the inner clock of everything, and this component has no running inner clock as long as it's like dormant and cold. But as soon as we are getting into the territory where the heat gets involved, then we are starting the tick and then we are starting to slowly raise the temperature. I think we should give it two different functions. one is increase heat, the other one is reduce heat, so it can cool down and heat up. We are now here in the fourth part, and I will again ask our little thing, what are you? So if it's nothing edible, then I will get component by class. Give this thing a bit more space here. I will take these dots a bit lower so we can use them like a lifeline for everything that comes after that. So if it's not this, then we are asking, are you maybe a forgeable component? Yes, no. So we are begin overlap. That means this would trigger a function that is called heat up or something similar, and we are using the same technique down here when we are leaving. Here's number one. Yes. So we tell when to stop the heating process. Current temp, ambient temp, target temp, heat capacity. Have that. Let's quickly save this. Heat capacity is there. This will be only used later when we have some hotter or colder areas. But I'm just starting with that, so we have like a basic room temperature here. 20 degrees for a start. This means when we are starting to heat up our metal, it will not start with 0, but 20 degrees. And yes, this is European stuffy. Current temp and this will be when we are starting. Current temp will be the temperature of the ambient, and the target temp. This is what our heat source will give in. Compile save, so good. But do I need something? Speed, heat up rate, current temp. Let's add 2. Heat up. So this is something we are setting the current temp to start. So whenever the ambient temperature will be a different one, then our starting point will be a different one. And we will get from an input target temp. Float. And this is what we are getting from our fire. That. Maybe rename it and call it start heat up. So it will know that it's doing something. This will be the main start, and I think I can tick. Add tick. I know we can start tick somewhere. Set component tick enable. Here we are. So this component will be ticking from then, and this one will be in use. Let's add a boolean here. We're just asking if it's heating up or not. I will set this to yes now, and then our tick will know if we are cooling or heating. It can be closed now. Not set. Sorry, I need my getter here. Branch. And now we can like have the difference between now it's cooling down, now it's heating more up. Temperature 4. Interp 2. Heat capacity. Don't have any heat up rate. Current temp, target temp, delta times speed. Let's see. I want to interpolate. String IO string interpolate. F tab 2. For each switch behavior type, nope. Yeah, this should be it. Current target. Float spring. That's spring state, no. There are different reset, set. Bum bum ba bum. Oh, this is just the T in tab 2. Ah, there it is. So we need the current temperature. Get this one, stick it in here. Target temperature. Delta time. And the speed. Heat capacity, but we don't have a heat up rate or cool down rate. Let's add these. Those can be set by the metal, of course. Down. Great. Let's make everything beautiful. Oh no, we have to bring you to the top. Since the true is up there. So speed is the heat up rate by the heat capacity. So like this, like this. Everything is crashing. Let's save this, compile. Now it's crashing again. Should have taken this away because I'm now dividing by 0. Okay, that was my fault. Bum 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 bum. I wonder when Gizi comes back. Let's reopen everything. So forgeable component, here we are. Yeah, now I can. My issue was I had to compile these values before I can set some values here. And if I compile it and it was like calculating divided by 0, then yeah, you can see it's weirdish. So let's set up the standard heat up rate is 1. And the heat capacity for now will be 0.8, but we will get these values per metal later. Oh, now this is done. And this will be our new current temp. Current temp. I will add some small thingies here. We need to start the heat up process. Is valid. Start heat up will be triggered. End overlap, nope. Wrong one, sorry. You up there. Valid. So let's save everything just to be sure before I dare to compile. We can just try and see if it's crashing altogether. Okay, it's not directly crashing. That's the start. But I need to make the heat visible. So forgeable component, we need our current temp visible and the target temp so we can see if it got applied or not. So let's go over here. That's a bit far. So I'm putting this one right into the pit and we can see if there is something. So no triggering, no thingy here. let's just test our forge. Whenever it's overlapping something, we are printing. So the first things it will touch will definitely be that whole building. We can make later some things to it. So 1.0, this is just from our forgeable component somewhere here. Where get basic values. There. Take that away. And see why the forge ain't forging. Maybe the heat source doesn't overlap correctly. No. Generate overlap events. Overlap all. It's not really overlapping all. So let's make a custom. And we overlap all. Like really all. Why you're not overlapping anything, darling? Object type. Behold, you have returned. Yeah, I missed you. I missed you so much I crashed Unreal Engine several times. Ha! Take this. I assume the other parts are ignoring our thing now. So here it is. Just checking on it. Our component ain't overlapping. If you're not a structure, maybe you want to be a world dynamic. No dip. So you are ignoring whatever I do here. Means I have to check on you here. Are you like living? Are you doing? Topic and overlap. Actor begin overlap. Oh, the whole actor. Okay. Let's have a print here just to see if you're doing something. Are you alive? Okay, it is alive. It's doing something. Thanks God. Can we get something overlapping? Get overlap. Get generate. Read the value of variable generate overlap events. Are you doing anything, my darling? True. You're so ready to be overlapped, but you're still uncertain in which way, I think. Application stack with enabled. Let's maybe try this instead. You're not overlapping. So that means we still have here it is, an issue with the overlapping in general, because it's just, yeah, bad engine. It's ignoring all the overlappings. Overlap component, heat source forge. Let's see. Yeah, collision enabled. You're still ignoring me. The question on the other side is, you, my blank, what kind of collision did you have? No collision, yes, sure. So you are blocking. While static, while dynamic. It's always like this sort of dance in between these things. I wonder why it's ignoring even these. Let's make this a bit quicker now. I'm going to position this already here. We can enter it directly. Query in physics. Contact data, no query. Contact data, query collision. I think it has to be query since we are not doing physics here. Nothing. BP Forge, what are you doing here? This one is connected. Contact data, no query or physics collision. Query and probe, query collision, contact data, no physics. Just this one. You're not doing me any favor, darling. I will now take this baby here, and we are giving it back some visibility. So now we know where to look. Really try to avoid setting up a proper collision volume because the form is super weird. Collision preset. Okay, let's check them. Not the actor, not the skeletal mesh. Collision component. Sphere collision, box collision. Let's try this one instead, just to be sure. This one would be like super cool because we need something like this as a shape. Let's make a box, a test box. Add event, begin overlap, and begin. So we're trying you instead now. So we can see it now, we are hovering right above it when we start, because we need that entering sequence. It does nothing as well. So let's test this box now. It's also maybe make this root so it's not depending on the other one. How often is it actually checking if it's in the box? It's not about how often checking. To be honest, it's not checking at all. It's just a one-time event, and when leaving the box, then we trigger another event. So there is no constant checking on it. Overlap all dynamic. See, all static. No. Custom. Overlap all, just to be sure. My blank for a physics actor now. Is the event maybe not being triggered for some reason? Yes, and the reason most likely is that in case of overlapping and events, you need like two pieces working like a key and a keyhole. So those two have to communicate with each other. And we have these collision setups. We have different things that to overlap, to block, and to ignore. Very only, no physics. Your world dynamic. Maybe you want to be world static. So this one is now set up as a world static, and it may overlap with everyone. That on this side is a physics actor, and it will block and overlap like with only these. So we have to find other invisible wall, hurt box, weapon damage. No, I want you to just overlap with everything. We will fix that later, because otherwise, as soon as you let that thing down, it will just drop through everything, because nothing is holding it right now. So let's see, query only. The condition enabled should be a query only. That's good. Generate overlap events. Yes. Collision preset. Overlap all dynamic. Okay. Overlap all. Block dynamic. All dynamic. World dynamic overlap, physics body overlap. Let's see. World static, physics body. This is all overlapping. Good. Then you will have to be a physics body, and physics actor. Something on the blank side, maybe. Yes. you have to like match both of them to each other, and this sucks because yeah, you can't really see it when you're not testing it. Quick check if it's really doing begin overlap box. Block ain't overlap. So if one of both sides detects the other as a block, then it won't work. Let's see. So our forge is looking for physics body to overlap. And let's go here. Your physics body. But you're set as world dynamic. And world dynamic is blocked. So this is the wrong preset for that. Collision, overlap or dynamic. Let's try this one. Do you have any collision on you, darling? Give me a sec. Can I check this? Skeletal mesh. Show collision. Oh, you have such a big box, darling. Ooh. So when it was sitting there, it was already overlapping. But nothing here. So let's check this one just to be sure. Generate overlap events has to be on. It was off. Now it's okay, way too early because our box is way too big, but we can fix this. And now I can try to get rid of this box and see if this one is enough. Because this is the fancier one. This one is overlap or dynamic. Query only. Overlap or dynamic. Save. Are you still triggering? Let's see. Yes. I have to create a separate Hey Mantex! Tank tank tank! Hello! Hi LKW Peter! So now since this is fixed, we can hide this volume over there again. And we can delete this baby. Truly transparent. Definite clang, clang, clang. Yeah, we are slowly getting to it. Now I'm introducing heat to the metal. So forgeable component, we'll get this. Event graph. Tick. Let's see if it's doing something. We have this start up here. I think we can just add again a print string. Heat up to see if we are calling now the function. Heat up, yes. So it's starting. Heat gradient is a complex system. Yeah. So there is a lot to unpack, and I'm just beginning with it. So basically this is our forgeable component. This is a piece of tech that we can slap onto everything that needs to be forged. We have already this start heat up is maybe not set correctly. Let's see. I'm pretty much sure. Yes, our target temperature is not set. Heat source component. So we have a temperature. What's it called? Heat source component. Heat rate is maximum heat output and current heat output. Okay, current heat output. This is something we need to set. So now we are telling how much temperature we are adding to our sorty sort. Not doing anything now. The current temperature should move a bit. I hope so. Let's see. Now we are here again in this one. Start heat up. Did something. You can now delete that one and go back to that current temperature, etc. Just to check if the target temp is properly set. Print string. So we are asking, are we getting the temperature we need? Yes. So this is correct. Now the thing I assume that is not working properly is the component tick enabled. Self. If it's not on this component, then we maybe have to go for the parent. But I want to check this first. So let's make a print here just to see if it's like spamming this directly here. Compile, save. Okay, the tick is already calling, which is weird. It should not start from the beginning. Why? Why, darling? Why are you already ticking? Event begin play. You're doing nothing here. Portable component. Class settings. I'm checking now where the tick maybe started. Categories. Is there any tick? Let's maybe be more. Set component tick enabled, and yes, we set it for none when starting to play, and that's this. So it's not running, spamming our hellos, but it should start now, which is not doing. Of course it is not. Temp, hello. Let's see. Start heat up. Self enabled. Yes, this was wrong. Okay, now it's doing this. This is great. And I can even tick and bring you back here. I don't need you anymore. We can maybe just take the current temperature and see it rise, hopefully. This is super fast. We make it definitely slower. And to achieve that, I have a heat up rate here. I don't know. I need the palette. Where's my window? Details. Here we are. So heat up rate 1 is way too much. Let's make it 0.2. Sorry. Modest as always. Being a realist, I actually have some chicken with rice, sweet chicken gang. Chicken! Sorry, I'm super focused. I wanted to get it done and working. Still way too much. Now you go pop off queen, yeah! So let's move you in there. That's a bit too slow, I think. We're trying to get like 1,000 degrees. 0.05 to see what feels good. People need to invest a bit of time getting a feeling, and like if this part of metal would start to be forgeable now. I think this is a good start. Definitely something we can have. So let's take this off. And the cooldown will be similar. We just turn it upside down. Target temp is ambient. This is that. Heat up rate, cool down rate. Um, 0.05 was for the heat up. We make it, I think, slower with 0.02. Hello, Hazy. How are you? Nyam nyam sushi. Never heard of HEB or HAB. I don't know. Never seen that. So now this one will be the current temperature when we are leaving. And to teach our blade when we are leaving what to do, then we have to make a new one. Start, cool down. Heating up, set to no. And we could maybe take the target temp. Ambient temp. So there's no heat left. So we are here now. Here's the forgeable component. Start. Edible, forgeable. Huh? Start cooldown, there you are. This part is for the edible, this part is for the forgeable. And now we should be able to test how it's like rising and coming down. Here's the temperature. The maximum heat to work with it will be 1000 degrees. The target temperature means the actual temperature of the forge is 1200. So when we are good, we're taking it away, and it's still rising. I think the block here is way too big still. So let's take it away and check your stopping. Yes, temperature is going down. Da, 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 da. Kids bedtime. Okay. I'll be there in a sec. So guys, you have a quick break. Take a beverage of your liking, and I'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes. Boo boo. I am back. So let's return to our engine. Whiskey with Fanta. 6 out of 10. You need to ask Gizi about that. He is into whiskey. I really can't stand it. Okay, back to temperatures. I should adjust the cooldown rate. Make this even slower. Save everything. Now let's have a check on this one. So we are heating up. And then I'm taking away that. But still in the heating up. Now it's decreasing. I wonder how fast things like these should decrease. And we have to work a bit with our material here. And begin play. So let's take this. The mesh. Material slot name. Let's see where it is. The primitive data float. Set I think that's data index. Nope. I have to find the parameter. Set vector parameter. So the param value, param name. Okay, this will be definitely a thing. But not on event begin play. We have to bring you to the get basic values, because we are bringing it to our component. Much better. Oh gosh, you're talking about yummy stuff. But I have to work at least 1 hour, if not more, to get to my yum yum chicken. Oh, I don't need a vector. Set Scala. This will be more suitable for us. And I have to bring you not here, but inside of our loop. I just realized. Medium-sized steel bar takes about a minute to cool down and another to heat back up. Okay, so it's just a 1:1 ratio. Interesting. I mean, we can keep it like 1:1, but I don't know if it's intelligent to do it like that for gameplay reasons. I need to get my material now. Here's the mesh. Here is the OSA base. We need to make your material instance and set it here, because instances can be corrected in color and behavior. Terms we don't need. Now let's go In here, we have a lot of parameters. Amount dawn, amount earth. So we need to rename them. This was good for the start, but I will have to rename you to make you fitting. They did also say that hitting it with a hammer produces some heat and thinner the materials faster and it gets colder. Yeah, I think that's a bit too much of math. We will already have some sort of natural, let's say, heat movement, that the thinner corners get darker and colder earlier, but that's all just nice material stuff we're doing here and will not have any effect on the blade itself, just for reasons to make it easier. Can I break here? Was it night also like this? I have to quickly check on that. Enum to string. Santa's like, yes. So it's with the underscore. Quickly save you. So this is the correct name. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba, da, ba, ba. That's very good and solid data, Nukeshot. I really thank you for that insight. Maybe sometimes later in the game we can have some nice and deeper thoughts about that. 6 classes. Antex, are you a sad creature that has to be happier on having physics? Ah, how dare you! This is crazy, you know. Oh, there's an apostrophe here. So that one is saved. Now let's try to get this foldable component. And where do I take the name? Data table. Can just elongate that. 6 is fun. Sure. It's fun as math. So now you go here in between. The amount is here. And the name should be here. But I'm not sure if it detects, yes. You know, don't know what mesh it is. Read the value of variable mesh. But get parent. Whoops. Get parent. Not like this. Not sequence. Get owner. Yes, this one's better. So the owner of self. And we're having a skeletal mesh. Get component by class. Debugging control rig, grippable mesh, skeletal mesh. And your material should be. Okay. Give it a test. And we got sand color. This is so sweet. Now if we play with it and give this a bit more alloy fun. Hello, can we please edit you? It's starting to ignore me. That's no good sign. Temp shrinks, time it takes to reach ambient temp grows. What is medium size? Any dimensions? Mechanist. So if steel starts at 20 degrees and the forge is 1200, it heats up to 600 relatively quickly, but takes longer to reach 1200 the closer it gets to it. I'm using the interpolation tool here. Event graph. The interp. So it's doing the job on its own. I'm not doing any extra math here. The speed will be the heat up rate divided by the heat capacity. This is something we can still change, and I thought it would be cool to change it depending on the alloy later. And the heat up rate and the cool down rate, they are just some basic numbers I wanted to set up to have a basic way to tone it down if needed. Thank you. So I'm really trying to do it this way. So this is heating up, this is cooling down. The target is the target temperature we are getting from the forge when heating up, and the ambient temperature will be the target for cooling down. Exactly. So we can have in between our 6 different metals very different values on the heat capacity, and then play with it. But we need some further talks in the Discord about it, because it's such a big field, like really. And since our alloys are working as a map, we have the name of the metal and a float for the amount of it. So there is no like you need 2 bars and 3 bars or whatever to get one specific alloy. We can mix and match like in every percentage you like to. And I want to show it if it's working now. Can we add another one? Nope. Why not? I have to do it here. Play with it a bit. I kind of have more than one. Oh. The map should be containing more than one. Hello. Is there maybe some constraint here? Let's see. Instance editable. This is the default value that I set. And then let's add more. What's wrong with you? That's so weird. Fun fact, there are 3 layers to the relationship between specific heat capacity and the material properties of metal and metalloids. Woo! But I'm using a map here. That normally means it's an array of 2 values. The first one is the enum and the second one is the float. So it should do But the area of enums is not enough since we don't have the amount per enum. I'm quickly checking that. Key value. It cannot add a new key to map while the key def okay. So I have to take this away. There should be no default value. This was the issue here. Let's remove that. Compile, save. We go here in this space. Oh, the first one wasn't allowed to be sent because since enums are like single ones. What? I lost the word. Sorry. Unique. Gosh. Now we can work with this. Let's make a mixture of sand and sun, maybe. And let's see what the new colors. So this is by default the moon. Oh my gosh. This is super bright now. I will have to check on these if they are adding something to it. Let's turn down before from here and make it 1. Yeah, so it's more reddish now than beigey. I made this, look upon it, yeah. So you can have your super alloys like the whole rainbow if you like. Let's try something different. Let's take away the sun, let's make the night. Night is pitch black, but we add some of this super light. It's looking crazy. You can't have like a proper rainbow, but you can, as you can see, mix whatever you like. So maybe the black one with a bit of purple. Oh, it's looking bluish. I wonder why they are so extremely heavy. The light ones are coming in super strong. Even if it's way less. Maybe a darker one. Just a second. So this stuff is looking crazy. When I go here, let's see. Here's this one. I can show you the different colors we are adding here. What heat edge, heat body, earth or sun, moon, night, sand, sun. So dawn is like this this lavender color. Maybe should be sure that the basic one is not the moon because we are mixing it always against moon here. This is night, so this is pretty pitch black with a tiny tint of blue. This is the proper sand. This is the sun, and if we mix in a bit of sand, then we can get something like this. So there is a lot to unpack here. Even though that's not how idols work, it's ATT. Lol, yes. But I really hope things are enjoyable this way. Maybe should be sure that if everything here is down to 0, that we have at least a fallback of white, I assume. Yeah, this is the normal texture. And we're adding, in the worst case, nothing to it. I mean, as far as I know, Mithril is just iron with some mana in between. I think I have to redo the calculations since what I'm adding here is not the ratio. That's my issue here. I'm adding the grams to the param. I have to get this sum part, which means we need to bring those two to a way later point. Come on. I'm taking all of you with me. We have to bring you here. Need some space. Space! Some max. Let's see. They are only bringing this much in it. No, back. The author tends to be defining wonder material. That's cute. But I still need to figure out what would be the fastest way to come from this to there without adding additional values here like crazy. Those are grams and not percentages. What can we do? I definitely need to know first how much it is. We're going inside of this loot. Give me a sec. Unfortunately, we have to bring in values to calculate that. Oh. That's a hustle. A kerfuffle. So you need to be set when everything is calculated. Like this. And I have to loop again then, I assume. I really hate to loop that. But I mean, as long as we have only these, branching would be a thing, but that's the most ugly solution. Here's the loop. This is the center of our loop. And then I can take this one again. Here's our sum max. And this will in the end be the maximum. So let's have a try. Have a quick try. Some amount. I have to just divide. By the way, Genki, could we get some metal dice or any dice, to be honest, in game? Why not? Like games. Speaking of like what should I call it? Tavern games are already planned. I don't know how much of that is even possible. Like, are we able to play card games at all in VR, or is it too much of a burden to hold the cards? But I'm really into that, like friendly type of gambling, playing with others, just having a good time. Body loop max. Let's see. If I add print string, append. So we want the name and then we want the value. Some amount is, this is the amount. Let's divide. No, wrong way. Didn't crash in quite a while. What's going on here? Okay, this is a big number. We'll have to work with it. Let's increase the duration, 30 seconds. 0.19 a night and Earth. Let's see what is the ratio we did set up here. So this is wrong. This can't be it, because we have way different numbers here. Try. Multiply. .02. These numbers are the same. This can't be. They can't give me the same numbers, since the amount, this should be the amount should be the not the same. So let's have a test here, and I'm just telling the amount of each material. Oh, 0.74. Okay, this is not right. This far away here. This is the amount for the last one, not for all. Woo! And the Avalon name is simply the name of the society that created the process. That could be pretty much the reason. So let's see, we are having here find keys, find element, get data table. So, what's happening here? We have this find thing. Oh yeah, sure. I need to grab it from here. Loop, find. My bad, my error here. Let's make way more space. So you go in. Yep. The array is not that one. Find alloy. I'll need to clean it up later. So now we got the correct number. Let's multiply with this one. Let's see if we're getting different numbers now. Yeah, here we are. And now I can change my calculation here. Other way around, I assume. Yes. So 80% is night and 10% is 10 and a bit is the other one. This is way better now. So then, since this is worky, we don't need you as a string anymore. I can use you now. And enum to string. You will be my new name finder. It's doing nothing. Oh, no parameter. Would you think Mithra has some lithium or aluminum in it, seeing as it's most time described as sturdy but lightweight material? Could definitely be a thing. Watch it. Ah, now we got it. Now the mixing does the mixing. Let's try, instead of earth, let's add some moon to it. Make the black more bluey. Yeah, this is something. Now it's setting like proper values here. So dawn. Maybe some black with a bit bit of red. Looking weird. But who am I to judge? Okay, so this is what we are having here right now. Make it 50-50. So it's not as bright as the original one, but still reddish. Cool. So this is done. And we have an emissive mask. For the glow. Heat edge, heat body, heat core. So every part is separated into 3. We have the core, that is this inner line. Then we have body, that is most likely the fleshy part and the grip. And we have this outer line as the edge. And I have separated them to have different colors on them, and now we can make like the outer corners getting lighter first and down to the corner. I think as soon as the core reaches the fleshy part, yes, as soon as the heat reaches the center, then it should be good, I think. So let's go back into our forgeable component. This is just the setup. Now we have to go into our event graph. I think we could give, depending on the temperature and the min, max, and optimum temp, a function here. That's glow. We just call it like that. And we need that temperature. We need heat min, heat max, and the optimum heat. Just sticking them here. And there. Yeah, it's a circle. Your vessel requires coffee. Now to the glow. I'm just taking from basic values. This time we don't need these enums because there is just these parameters, and we already know their names. So this is another component we need. We're going for the skeletal mesh. So let's see, we need 3 of them. And they are called heat edge, then body, yeah, as you can see, I'm not so consistent when I not focus completely. That's why I prefer to like copy and paste and not relate on my eyesight. So you get a connection and you get a connection. Now let's see, what can we do to each of you? Let's start with the heat, and if we see that we are running against the wall when cooling down, then I will have a glow up and glow down function, but let's see. What value should I take? So we are taking away the max for now because I want to first work with that. The current temp needs to be between these two, and then we are setting that value depending on how much we are close to the optimum, like optimum current temperature and optimum when they are 1, then this param should be, I think it's 1 heat core. Let's see, param 0.5 in this core, in this case. Yeah, I topped it with 0.5 because the number was way more pleasant. Okay, optimum. Let me get it. Color emissive density. I have a quick thought. Minus current temp. Let's try this. So this is going against 0 as soon as we are hitting the optimum that we want. And I want another subtract. We definitely have to do some tweaks here. I will start with this one just to test it, the heat edge. Oh, Genki, are you making all the materials be malleable with the base heat of the forge, or are you thinking of making the forge need to something to heat up higher for some of the materials? Yes, definitely. That's why we have the different temperature needs for them. And just, you know, this is like the basic blacksmith building you have in your newbie town. So this is the very lowest you can get, with just some basic stuff onto it. We have Zemia, which is like some sort of mining village where the Zontra live. Those are known master blacksmiths, and they have a way bigger building with more tech in it and the ability to make all these blanks. You don't have any molds in here and no mold press. You only have that in Zemia, and the embers, the forges there, they will be a lot higher and more of a higher temperature. Yes. Okay, let's have a test on this one. I want to see if it's doing something. So let's take this baby down in here. I wonder if I can see this value somewhere. Oh, that was quick. So in theory it's doing something, but it's Way too fast. And the heat minimum. I want to think about how we can get past that. Maybe with one branch here to get it started. So as soon as we are greater than that, taking the current temp branch, so it's only starting if we are hot enough. No, that's bonkers. Should do it more like a calculation. So the bum 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 bum. The current temp rises, and the minimum heat is what we are working against. Definitely need to see the numbers here. Let's have a print. Where are you? Two, one. And now it needs to be visible. Now I want to see these numbers just to check them. So you're getting negative as well. I need to definitely to clamp you down to make your work, and we need to make you like slower. Minus I just wonder. Okay, so it's 50 all the time. And then all of a sudden it should like jump to a higher number as soon as we reach some sort of optimum, I think, I assume. Ba-dum. Oh god, I find garbage crafter. I'm just watching the same number over and over again because it's not moving. Because it's always the same distance, so this doesn't work for us. Okay. Need to take my calculator. The okay. Let's do it the other way around. Current temp minus this divided by, we need some space. Ba, 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 ba. How was your side quest, Garbage Crafter? Tell me. Optimum minus min. Go in here. Climb float. Value 0, 1. And this with the value we want to have, 0.5. Let's see. Oh, we're getting a number. That was pretty fast. But it was adding our thingy here. We need to make it slower, I would say. Oh, are we reaching that? Oh, in this case, we are reaching the optimum pretty fast, I assume. Let's give it a check. What our sun and night? Oh, those have no numbers yet. Sand and earth. Those are the only ones here with min and max, and the night was one set. So let's try this one. Oh, I need to leave it first. Now we are in it. So you have your thingy here and you're watching it. And now we're getting there, yeah. So this is good. I can start with this one. But min heat, max heat. Let's make it just night, so we have 200 degrees in between. Oh, only 100 in this case. Make this 900. And this will be only night. Delete all night. So let's first raise it up. And then, oi. I want to see it starting to glow. Ah, now we're getting it. Okay, next would be the delay between them. How should we delay this calculation? Heat body, heat that. Let's make this in this case. Does this work? I wonder. What? Subtract. Why my caps lock is kicking hard. Minus 50. So this will be just a test for now. The core. So baby. I have to zero this baby out here first, because I moved it. Mesh should be on 0, 0, 0, my darling. I assume. Am I right? No. So you are here. Jump. Oh, come on. I need to correct this. Because this is not how it should be. What happened here? Location. 0. Now we are on the same page again. And I can add this baby to the fire. Yes, temperature is rising, and we can watch it hopefully start to glow bit by bit. Bit by bit. Da, 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 da. Oh, starting outside. 50 is maybe too much. Something that will never be achieved. Hey, Dragon Raymer, thank you for your follow and welcome on board. You can see me failing math. Let's make it 0.9. And I will take away just 1.5 to see if it's doing something. Yo, yo, yo. How are you? I want to have a quick print string here to see what the number is doing. Then we can run the next test. Okay, so it's -6 at the time. Maybe we'll never reach that number. Oh, -5. Okay, it's slowly getting lighter as well. But the 5 is, I assume, way too much. It's coming down to this, which is taking way too long. We already heat optimum. Yeah, the heat max is not used that yet. The release date said I are just playing by ear for the release. We will have a soft release as soon as the game is playable enough. We are in pretty early development stage yet, and it's still a passion project, so there is like no big beefy team behind that, which means people have to be a lot more patient. What kind of game are you interested in the most? We have the time to chat now. It'll all be fine as long as we don't go on some grand quest for release now. I'm a simple Genki. So the 1 is still a lot. Maybe I have to go way smaller with the other ones. Okay, let's try -0.2, -0.5. I want to reach the core. Autocorrect is nice. Now, everything I want for a release is maybe to have some sort of big party with at least part of the community. Let's see what's doable. Okay, we are reaching something. This is way too big. Let's see what the number is. And I've actually looked into the details. What details? Min is 900. Still not getting it. So the optimum heat is not reached. Is this planned a big centralized world or several smaller communities? Good question. I hope we can get it into one central world, like one big community. But if numbers really explode, I will try to have the game as split up on instances, so everyone is still playing on the same world. Like if you are selling your sword for like amount X, then the other players will find your sword with the amount of X in the shop soon later. So you're not always able to meet everyone, but I will try, if that's really the case, to get people together with a good matchmaking, maybe based on friends first or something, or regional first. But as long as possible, I want to cramp everyone onto the same world and same map. The map itself is pretty big, and there are so many places where you can go astray and be somewhere that you don't meet other people. Like we have the 3 different villages here. Thank you for the wood. And every village has its own blacksmith building. Every village has its own crafting building. So there are at least 3 different locations for like each job that you can attend. We have different taverns. There are farms outside and whatnot. So there are so many ways to just go on different paths. Plus you are able to leave the map in parentheses when going into the mines or into the dungeons. And yeah, there will be a lot ways to like go on your own path without like stomping on others' feet. Probably could do variable instance cap areas dedicated towards resource gathering and mob hunting are like 50 people, while main population zones like cities would be 100 plus. That could definitely be a thing if I get to know how to do this. This is still way too much. Oh, I put it on. No, I'm so silly. It's 0.2. Not a complete 2. That's why it not worked. You need to worky. You think you're good to development until you get to network, then it kicks everyone's ass. Yes. Maybe I will just ask someone, like hire someone for that, with the community money that we are getting constantly. It's not much, but we are collecting money for situations like that where I really run into a wall. And yeah, we will see. But yeah, I'm learning as much as possible and trying to do as much as possible. Like the pipeline stuff for Steam, that's something I recently learned. And yeah, Mantex, by the way, you were the one that taught me how to do these different areas. The vertex painting, that was your job. So thank you. Oh, I did. Yes, you did. We were talking about cosmetics and how a township tale manages to color the different areas of one cosmetic. And this is exactly what I'm using here. Yeah. So thank you. Yeah. To be honest, this hard color block is just for the purpose of testing it. I will have some color gradients later, but I didn't want to overdo it, to be honest. Insert party popper. Woo! We will have to add so many cool things. I can't stop thinking about what I need to add. I already have some smaller fireworks laying around somewhere. We have some dynamite already. So much fun stuff we can play with. But since people, they crave for crafting, I thought I need to start with something that is like manually doable, that keeps people working and busy, and besides eating, because I already have some basic grilling mechanic, the blacksmith should be the first one to get introduced properly. Okay, so this is like by 0.01. Okay. Is forging to be more fluid than in a township tale. Ha ha ha. Township tale was pretty good. Speaking of the feeling, how you did the act itself, but I'm going here for a little different approach. Like, for example, you have in the township tale different molds you have to fill with some sort of metals, and then you hammer them down, and there is no way to fail it, or nothing really that needs a skill. You are either faster or slower. That was pretty boring in my point of view for people who are going into like in-depth stuff or want to master something. So let's have a quick jump. It's my blender. I will have to open one of my last bits. Where is it? Open recent blades. So this is the exact object you have seen in game. This is one of the 3 starter blanks. So we have just 3 molds at the start. But depending on how you work with the blade when it's hot, which will be something I want to do for the next streams, you can either bend it. Can we see it a bit? Yeah. You can bend your thingy here in different directions, or you can make it thicker. This is just a 3-part mold because it's the shortest blade with only 30 centimeters. And while you're hammering this ugly bish down in any direction that you want, the game will count what regions you were hammering on, and depending on that, when you are going to a container of cooling liquid, then you will be presented with... Did you hide it? Can I hide you? Yes, give me a sec. Armature blank. I want to hide you. It won't be. It doesn't want to be hidden. Why? I already hid everything. Armature blanks? It won't listen to me anymore. Oh, here's it. Ta-da! So, when you're hammering down that one, you will get different shapes, like this sickle shape. By the way, the red parts are where the blade edge is. This is what you can sharpen later. And the green one is the main body of your blade. We have this historical one. It's called the ox tongue, a blade that is super thick at the start and gets pointier to the top. We have the needle, which can be like the center of some like trident stuff or whatever. I have a basic knife here for you. We have some sort of mini sword. I have the historical flameburger, which is like this shaped, and for example we have this choppy thing. We are only talking about blade likes. This is not counted as a proper axe. We are getting into axe molds later, but talking about the small blank that we are having here, this is all what you can get for now from this. And we have different mediums. I can show you. This one is one of the wished fors. Yep, there will be a grindstone, so you can make your blades sharper again when you're coming out of a tough battle and everything is dull and not sharp enough. Then you can go to the grindstone and take care of your weapons. So as you can see, there is a whole variation of crazy shapes. This is some basic rapier, classic saber, and we have, of course, the larger ones. Just for your interest, this is 70 centimeters long, like the medium size, and the large ones are 1 meter long. So this was for the Lucy friends out there. And I love the chopper here. Makes chop. Classic Falchion, big flame burger, classic gladius with spikes. This is a rapier. We have this baby called the Fanny. And a large saber. So I think we were about 20 or over 20 blades out of just 3 blanks. So you have just 3 molds, 3 blanks, and over 20 variations, depending on how you work with the metal when it's heated. I think that's a way more, let's say, intricate, yeah, a detailed way of doing the blacksmithing. And we are talking about different temperatures, as I'm not having like it's good or bad, but we have different heat values, and depending on how hot your metal is, you can do better, do less, and then in the end we will calculate the quality of your blade in case you want to sell it. And yes, people will definitely know that, like the night, the dark one, the black metal is the hardest one, so the most valuable one for the most. People will tend to like do some shenanigans by adding alchemy stuff into the metal itself to maybe do some dyeing if they're using like a less good metal and want to hide it. And yeah, this is what I'm going for. Yeah, like crazy abominations on accident and having fun with the world itself and how people will receive it. But yeah, that's a lot of yapping. I'm getting tired, to be honest. It's pretty late for me now, and I think since we know, okay, our blades are now reacting to the temperature, this is the point where we can start like go more in depth. When are we going to receive the first hits, to declaring the hit boxes, where to hammer them, to create the hammers we need, because we are working with 3 different hammers then. So blacksmiths have a lot to learn and a lot to know. Also now it's just a test palette, but I like the red and green color. Yeah, this is awesome. Maybe we can find ways to put different colors on these different areas, since they are separately like spoken to. They are listening, but not today. Yeah, something like Damascus swords and such could be possible in theory, since it's just a matter of the material and how we do it, but not today. Let's have a quick round here. I want to thank you everyone for like watching this, for being with me here. Genki's super tired. Genki can't hold any longer. Thanks for all the pats. Thanks for your time and your love. I hope you enjoy seeing me struggle here. I'm doing all of this just for you. And I hope we are soon having a good time somewhere in a blacksmith building and laughing together about the abominations we created on the way. So people, come to the Discord if you have any ideas or more questions. And I will see you there. So I wish you a good day, good night, good whatever time zone you are. I love you all and bye bye.